Aspinall, we're over at Evolution Gym here in St Helens where you train. UFC 295, you were on your way over there as a spectator, you was going to go and watch it, you're now fighting in it. Sergey Pavlovich, I mean, some dangerous fight, some man you are, for taking it at short notice, Tom. What was you thinking behind it, and how did it come to you, the call?
Well, obviously, like I say, I was going over anyway as a spectator, the fights. In about 10 days now, I found out about a week ago, something like that. Yeah, they just called me, mate, 6 a.m. Had a missed call off the UFC, rung them back, and they just said we were ready to fight in 2 weeks. And for the heavyweight title, I said yeah, that's the way it went.
Yeah. He's ranked number 2, you're number 4. I love how the top 10 all fight each other. You've called him the most dangerous man in UFC.
Yeah.
And you're the man going in against him. Tell us about Sergey, and why is he the most dangerous in your opinion?
Oh, the guy's a super hard puncher. He's massive, Russian, powerful, really good hands. And mate, he's just knocking everybody out. You can't look at him and go, right, this is what he does wrong, because there's not enough footage on him, mate, to look at it. Like, he's got such a short fight time average that it's really hard to look at him and go, right, these are the holes in his game. I just have to be better than him, and that's what I'm planning on doing. Yeah.
The thing is, though, he's a short career. You're the same. Yeah. You've got a very, very quick knockout percentage. In fact, I think it was a record at one point, Tom.
It still is. So I've got the shortest UFC average fight time. He's got the second UFC shortest fight time. So, like I say, it's a great matchup. It's a great matchup. But I would have liked longer to prepare, obviously, but mate, sometimes you just got to take advantage of these opportunities. Like, this is what I've been working my whole life for. This is obviously it's a 2-week training camp, which isn't really a training camp, but I've been training for the last 15 years, so I've got to take advantage of it while it's here.
Are you always in shape, Tom? I mean, you're always in the gym, and I know that's going to stand you in good stead. You're not going in there unfit, but also you've prepared a couple of times in the past, I believe, for Pavlovich. So you know him very, very well. You've worked to fight him before. Will that help going into this, do you feel?
Yeah, I think so. I know all about him. Do you know what I mean? I've watched all his fights before, as you said. I'm supposed to fight him twice before. I would have definitely, I'm not going to bullshit anyone, I would have definitely liked a longer training camp, 100%. But you know what? I'm so blessed that I've got such good training partners. Whereas if I have a couple of weeks outside the gym, I come back, I'll get beat up in the gym. So I always like to be in the gym so I can stay ahead of my training partners, you know what I mean? I've got some really, really high level guys in here training with me all the time, so I'm dead lucky in that regard, that it keeps my motivation up to stay in the gym all the time. So I was relatively fit anyway. Like I said, in an ideal world, 8-week training camp, 10-week training camp would have been perfect, but we don't live in an ideal world, so I'm just cracking on with what I can.
Fair play, just getting some serious guys there you're working out with today. It's a fantastic gym, so you've got that good ground. Obviously your dad, major influence on your career and you becoming an MMA fighter. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. Yeah. Just tell us about your dad, really, and the influence that he's had on you. It's amazing relationship.
Yeah, if it weren't for my dad, I wouldn't have even got started in the sport. I always wonder, would I even have started? And I don't think I would. Everything that I do, my whole mentality, everything is because of my dad, basically. We've trained with so many good other coaches as well throughout the years, you know what I mean? As you know yourself, I've been training with Peter Fiore for a long time as well. I used to train at Team Carbon. I go over to Holland and train. I've worked with so many other good coaches as well. It's not just my dad behind it, but the main anchor, if you like, in my whole career has been my dad. From the start to the end, it will always be my dad who motivates me and gets me up for everything.
And he's an expert Brazilian jiu-jitsu, which makes you an expert. You're training it all your life, but you're very good at stand-up, and you've won a lot of your fights on stand-up. Yeah. Do you feel that this would go to the ground with Pavlovich, because you both stand up, you both prefer stand up, but if it does go to the ground, is it more your advantage?
It's hard to say, because I know he's got a wrestling background, but I've actually not seen him wrestle at all in his fights, so I don't, he's not really had to at all, so I don't know what his grappling's like. I'd definitely like to test him there if I can. If I get the opportunity to take him down, I definitely will, but if I'm having success with the striking, that's why MMA is so exciting in it, especially at heavyweight. There's so many variables and options in different positions. I will just do whatever I can to get the win. To get
you in. You're confident going in there that you can.
Course,
you've had, I mean, since the injury, you had that great comeback as well. So everything's going right for you. You beat a great fighter in your last fight as well. So you're going into it confident and fully fit now.
Heavyweight MMA, tiny little gloves. You've always got a chance. Do you know what I mean? No matter the situation, and I feel like I'm one of the best finishers in the UFC. So I can see finishes from all positions, whether I have an 8-week training camp or an 8-day training camp. It doesn't matter. I can always finish you, so I've always got a chance in every fight. So yeah, I'm definitely confident.
Brilliant. The top of the bill fell through. John Jones. This is how it's happened. A fight down the line, he's still rated the number 1. He's probably going to be out for a while. But do you see these fights, people like Jones in the future? You get through this. Are you the next face of UFC, the next champion?
That's my dream fight. That is my dream fight. It's like, if I can win this one next week, John Jones come back, I'd love to fight him in Manchester, mate. That's my absolute dream. If I could bring John Jones to Manchester in the arena and sell that out, that would be something. So that's what I'm pushing towards
for the future. Yeah. Well, brilliant. So before you go, I've just got to ask you about Tyson and Ngannou at the weekend. Ngannou put on a really good performance, come over from the MMA, shocked a lot of people in how he performed. Tyson didn't perform how everyone knows he can. So what do you think of the overall fight and Ngannou's performance and ultimately Fury's?
Absolutely shocking. Not from both parts, you know what I mean? I was so shocked. I was pretty sure, especially I watched it with my dad, and a minute into the fight I was like, Ngannou's absolutely lost here. Like, he doesn't know what to do. And mate, he just shocked me so much. Like, I thought he would have gone wading in with all kind of punches, missing, gassing himself out, and Tyson would have just outboxed him. And I don't know what happened. I'm lost for words, honestly. Like, I'm friends with Tyson. I've known him a long time now. I have no relationship with Francis Ngannou at all. But I don't know how boxing scored as much as MMA. But I think that Ngannou won the fight, to be honest with you. I just think that I don't know. I'm shocked. I'm lost for words with it. I don't know how that happened.
He got the knockdown as well, so it kind of, I mean, I suppose when it finished, a lot of people who were around me, they all thought Ngannou had won. You know, that was the immediate reaction. So he's done fantastic to come into boxing. And I was speaking to one of your mates there about how MMA is almost leaving boxing behind in the promotion, and the fans are swacking over there. Have you seen that yourself in the demise recently of boxing and some of the bad decisions and the things with the drugs and stuff like that? How does an MMA person who's high up there look on boxing at the moment? A sport that I'm sure you're a big fan of, and you've done yourself. You had a pro fight yourself.
Yeah, that's. See, I absolutely love boxing as a sport. Like, I absolutely love it. I hate the business model of boxing. I hate it. Like you say, there's me and Pavlovich there, number 2 against number 4 on 2 weeks' notice. That would never in a million years. That would be 5 years in the making to make something like that. And I just don't like the whole way it's set up, mate. I don't like the way that people are going 20 fights without actually having a fight. Do you know what I mean? I don't like the way that that's going on. Fighting these journeymen, I think it's dangerous. I think it's silly. Like you say, the drug testing, the uneven matching, the pushing of one guy and one guy gets left. I just don't like the way that boxing's going, and that's from someone who, mate, I absolutely love the sport of boxing. Like, 2 high-level guys, the science of it all, the defence. I love it. I absolutely love it. I hate the way that the business model is of boxing at the moment. I can't watch it. Honestly, I hate to look at a card like an Eddie Hearn card, for example, and you can literally look 10 fights on a card and pick out 9 winners before the bell's even rung. I hate it. It's not sport for me. No. Like, I don't think it's sport anymore. It's just something weird set-up thing. I don't like it, mate.
Sport competitiveness. That's what you. Yeah, that.
Mate, I like to watch a sport and go, right, who's going to win this? Not have one guy who's 10-0 with 9 knockouts against another guy 2-15, and he's there to survive. Like, mate, it's dangerous. And to be honest, I think it's. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth, big time. I don't like to see it. I think it's dangerous and not nice to watch at all. So I would like to see a 10-0 guy fight a 12-1 guy maybe, or a 7-2 guy. Do you know what I mean? Not 10-0 against 2-15. I don't like that.
So like that slow decline of boxing over the years. They've had that model, like you said, and it's. Something's got to give, and boxing can take a lot from MMA, can't it? And you know about that. I mean, look at the Misfits, what they're doing with that. The competitive fights, it's not on any kind of level, but it just shows people want competitiveness. They'll watch it if they don't know who's going to win.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I absolutely love about MMA is you can look through a card and have no idea who's going to win. Like, there's me and Pavlovich fighting next week, and literally anything could happen at any time. And I mean, it's to a degree of that in boxing, do you know what I mean? But most of the time, one guy's pretty much there to lose, and one guy's there to win, and that's the way it is. And I don't like the way these boxers carry themselves as well, mate, going 20-0, and they've never actually had a competitive fight yet, and they're thinking they're big time, and they've got all this big entourage and all this money backing them and stuff, and all these big sponsors, and these guys have never actually had a fight yet. It's madness. No, it's like no one's let them in on the joke. Listen, mate, you've not actually had a fight yet. You're fighting guys who are there to lose. It's
and then they step up to that level.
Yeah, I just don't like seeing it, mate. I want to see competitive sport. I want to see a proper sport.
I think boxing can certainly take a lot from MMA, and from you yourself as well.
Nice.
Get in there, don't mess about. I mean, you come back fight, you fought a top 10 opponent.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, top man, Tom, I wish you all the very, very best. We'll all be cheering you on over there in New York. When do you set off? It's
I've not got my visa yet. I've not got my visa, so I need to be there this weekend, a week before, for the time change and that. So one way or another, I'll be there this weekend.
A few days you're going to get there, I'll be over there.
Yeah.
We wish you all the best.
Cheers, mate.
Good
Thanks,
luck.
Chris.
God bless,
Thank
Tom.
you, mate. Thank you.